Welcome. This isn't your average movie podcast. We go where no man has gone before.
You know what I'm craving? A little perspective.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Say something, goddammit! You're on television! You're live to the whole world!
Join us as we review movies new and old. You're tuned into Lupo's Cinema Symposium. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Lupo's Cinema Symposium. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Uptown Lupo 420, otherwise known as your mom. I'm here with my two co-hosts, Robbie and Christian. Guys, how we doing?
Good.
Floppy.
Great. Now, we actually saw a movie that came out. Instead of actually watching like an old movie. Technically, this movie came out a year ago, limited release.
No, it doesn't count. That doesn't count.
All right. So we saw a new movie, and this is the first new movie that we're going to be reviewing. We saw the movie Friendship with Tim Robinson of Netflix fame and Paul Rudd of various movies. Name one, please, somebody.
What's the movie with the alien and the kid, and he's rolling down the hill, and the kid falls, and the alien looks up?
Are you Paul Rudd Conan bit?
Yeah. What's that movie called?
Something in Me.
God. Yeah. That.
Yeah, so you guys basically were like, we're going to go see the movies, and I said, okay, I'll come with you. So what was the inspiration to go see this out of all the movies that were coming out at the time? Like, did you guys, you were like scouting this one out, or you were just like, oh, like we're going to go and this is the only thing that was like you wanted to see?
For me, Tim Robinson kind of generated my interest in this one.
Me also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
and Christian. Yeah, I think I might have put Christian on the show, but I definitely was early on the show. And I know Christian really liked the trailer. I tried to not watch the trailers, but like I remember when I heard about the movie somewhere, and I just saw that he was in it, and I thought that was cool.
The trailer.
So I was looking forward to it.
The trailer ended up not advertising exactly what the movie was, but in the best way.
Yeah, I think 99% of the time that's a good thing. Sometimes they. That's totally not true. I take it back. But in this case, you're right. I think it was good.
I've only seen a couple snippets and clips from TikTok and Twitter. So like I'm vaguely aware of like the cringe comedy, I guess I would say. Like it's funny because of how ridiculous it is for like kind of everyday scenarios. So that's like this from my like things that I've seen around him. It kind of seems like it's one of them like South Park things where it's like, you know how they do like season long bits now? It's kind of like that. Like it's a bunch of those skits from that movie, but like all in like one universe, all happening in like a film. But
I kind of expected it to be more like when I saw he was in it, I expected it to basically be like a 2-hour I think you should leave sketch. And I guess in a way it kind of has that, but it's not really that at all. I was kind of surprised by the movie. It felt like a lot darker in a good way, but like it always has that kind of like weird off-kilter like wink to it that makes it like not so heavy that I can still like die laughing.
Yeah, and died laughing. You guys did. I mean, like I was laughing too, but you guys were cracking up throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Like it was funny. We were like the movie theater itself wasn't that packed, so I could hear everybody laughing, and we were the ones having the most fun.
Yeah. It was funny. You could tell there was like certain people in the theater who like we're laughing at all the right times, and then the rest of the theater, I can only imagine we're like completely confused.
Yeah, there were people that
They had
knew
no
who he
idea
was
what
and
they
had
walked
no
into.
idea, and they weren't expecting
Yeah,
it, which almost is more funny.
yeah.
Like when he drops his phone in the little sand pit thing. He doesn't
Going into
realize,
like
till 2 minutes later.
the expectation part, I wasn't quite sure. I didn't. I thought it was. I don't know. Maybe the Paul Rudd threw me off, but I thought I was gonna get something a little bit more jovial and
Yeah.
less serious. Like kind of think of like a Judd Apatow movie, but more
Yeah.
catered to Tim Robinson, I guess.
Well, we talked about this like in the parking lot after. Like, I feel like I was the same way. Paul Rudd's involvement made me expect something totally different because he's in like a million movies that look just like this. They're like these indie like buddy movies,
Yeah.
and they're all kind of like exactly that. It's like a Judd Apatow like indie type, like silly, like quirky, comedy.
The only thing I got right, and I think I said it to Rob as we were walking into the theater or maybe driving there, was like, I think this movie is going to give me a fucking panic attack.
It's like in Good Time. Like it's like that anxiety of like certain social situations, but instead of like
This gave me so much
It's-
more anxiety. in
it's
Good
more
Time.
like, but it's like anxiety because it's like cringe instead of like anxiety because like
like secondhand embarrassment almost. In
Yeah.
this
yeah.
is what I would call it. I think.
I don't think we ever should
Yeah,
have
I
pulled
was-
out of Iraq.
I was covering my face like at multiple points. Like it becomes really. That's the main thing about this movie. It's really hard to watch in like such a good way, but it's also like miserable experience. It's kind of hard to exactly figure out that, but yeah, it's very it's exactly the type of thing I like that cringe comedy. Like yeah.
Yeah. I guess we should do a little brief rundown of the plot for those who haven't seen it. Spoiler alert. But if you're here to review a movie, you got to talk about the plot, right? So, the entire movie is this guy, Craig Waterman, played by Tim Robinson, who has his wife is recovering from cancer, and
He really just wants to see the new Marvel because he heard it's really fucking sick.
Yeah, it's real. I heard it's really sick, man.
No,
You want to go see the new Marvel? And basically, the mailman keeps delivering packages of his neighbor. What is his name? Is it Austin? Right, for Paul Rudd's character.
that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound right.
And so he basically becomes friends with him, and he's super cool and hip, and he's a fucking weatherman, and he plays in a band, and he's cool as fuck. And then Craig Waterman is the opposite. So he basically tries to adopt all of his mannerisms and behaviors, and then he fucks it up. He fucks it up, and he the other guy doesn't want to be friends with him anymore, and then he just keeps trying to like interact with him. He breaks into his house at one point, steals a gun. His wife gets lost in a sewer. There's a party.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this plot summary.
Somebody
That
licks a
was, like-
toad. There's Subway.
Yeah, it's that. But the wife thing, that was such a weird curveball of a like. It just like when you think about it, like what did that? I don't know. I don't even know how to talk about this movie, dude.
I
'Cause, like,
orgasmed in the sewer.
part of me does not want to give everything away for like if anybody hasn't seen it, but like it's just one of those movies that's like such a perfect experience to like go in and just watch and know nothing about. But like yeah, I mean the the whole wife thing with like getting lost in the sewer, it brings such like a it gets so dark. It's like
Really
so dark,
You
dude.
think that she fucking dies for a good
Yeah,
bit.
dude,
They let everybody think that she dies.
I thought she was fucking dead. Like,
100% was like that woman is gone. She's not coming back.
At least 3 days in a
dead.
sewer. Like you have to have been dead in the dark. But She
I'm right there
orgasmed.
She
with you.
orgasmed though.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, did you?
I
Oh,
forgot
really?
about
Oh,
that.
really? Just sat down and just felt connected.
I hadn't. She doesn't explain that either.
Yeah.
She's just like, I had an orgasm in the sewer.
I think there's a lot about this movie that's unexplained.
That's actually
I love
it's
when
funny because
I
it's
like.
the,
I like. Speaking of that, I'm sorry, Jim. Go ahead.
I was actually just about to say that the opening of the movie is them talking about that.
His reaction to that is amazing. Where he's like, "I'm orgasming fine."
Orgasmic.
Oh
fine.
yeah, I forgot about that.
No
Oh my
problems
God.
over here.
He said, "I can't orgasm," and just like that's the first laugh in the movie was when he looks at her. I started fucking dying.
Yeah. I
When
don't
was your
know.
first clue that like this was going to be the type of movie that it was?
Who are you asking, me or Jim?
Both, I guess.
You take it.
I think I mean, like to an extent, like the comedy stuff we knew going in because we know Tim Robinson, but I would say like knowing as dark it was going to be as dark as it got. I mean the opening scene, like the stuff with the cancer, that's a good like inkling, but I mean, I don't think you can really know until you think his fucking wife dies. You know,
No,
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's like a total
kinda
curveball.
and this kind of kept throwing curveballs in too, like the fucking the Toad trip.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
But I think that's
But-
where this movie like really succeeds especially as a comedy. Like misdirection is important.
Yeah,
And I mean, not to sound like too full of ourselves, but like it's kind of like we are usually pretty good at knowing which direction a movie's going to go. Um, and I think it's probably from seeing so many comedies. Like this broke the mold and was like, okay, this is what you think is going to happen because this is what would happen in a real, like a regular like comedy, and then they just threw it
Yeah.
out the window. Like the subway thing during the psychedelic drug trip was
Yeah.
fucking amazing. You think you're gonna get something like really kind of like the rest of the movie where it's like this horrible almost buildup of anxiety as you watch it, and it's just he just goes to Subway and that's the whole trip is him in Subway.
That's a big lick. It's a big lick.
He ordered a fucking sandwich.
Got halfway
Oh my
through ordering
God.
a sandwich.
Even if you can
Yeah.
even call it if you
Yeah,
can even call it like a trip, I guess. I'm pretty sure he just fell asleep.
Yeah.
yeah. That we were debating that too. That's another thing. I like that. Like you know, I mean, I guess you could look at it like it's a trip, but it does kind of just seem like he fell asleep.
No, yeah, you
He
sold me
just
on
slept
that
for
one.
an hour and woke up.
What
You-
the
And
hell
like
was
he just
that?
licked the
You got
toad
me
for
with
no
that.
reason.
Because you
He
said
paid.
oh it's he's still on the trip, so like the entire rest of the rest of the half of the movie I'm thinking like, oh okay, like there's gonna be some crazy like ending where it like is like click
I
where he like
honest to
wakes
God
up
thought
and
he was
it's
still tripping. Yeah,
Well,
Like, I
the
thought he was
ending
gonna look up-
almost kind of they almost do that because they
Yeah.
replay events at the very end. And what I thought was like when they started replaying those of like the events over of like the night the party where like everything goes wrong, I was like, oh, everything past that point was like an anxiety dream or something in his head, and like his like how your life flashes before your eyes. Like he saw his future, and then now he's gonna like do the right thing and like apologize. But no, it actually then they go back again and they're like, no, actually he did fuck up and he's just fucking he's gonna go to jail now. His life is ruined. Yeah, I love that.
yeah, the ending. We should probably talk about that. The wink.
yeah.
The wink heard round the world.
That was probably the best way to end that movie.
The thing I loved about it was how much it reminded me of Home Alone. And I don't know, it's irrelevant, but it's just something that I just liked.
The wink, you mean? Like when
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, because when you
I
think
get it.
about it, like at the ending of Home Alone, it's not a wink though; it's like his tooth.
Yeah.
Doesn't his tooth like flash or something, and then they drive off in the cop car. It just like it gave me like Home Alone vibes, you know.
Um, God, I don't know how to talk about this fucking movie.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because there's just a lot. There's a lot that goes on. There's a lot of cringe.
We also saw it like a week ago, so
Yeah,
I
but I mean,
forget,
like
like, half of it.
I don't know. Like I'm actually kind of surprised around the hype of the movie. Like you guys went to go see it. Our friend Ev and his friend group went to go see it, which I was surprised at. My coworkers have seen it as well. I'm surprised by like the popularity of this film, and like it's kind of one of the movies that like you could just quote a lot. Like I remember a lot of like the dumb things that went on. Like, Dad, I have 3 girlfriends now.
Yeah.
Thank you for the baked potato, Mr. Waterman.
The son and the wife, like,
Oh, when did you guys start kissing on the mouth?
yeah, exactly.
when would he start doing that?
Constantly like going on dates with her ex-boyfriend, and apparently the best part about that is they've apparently been married like 15 years.
Yeah.
So like, when was he your ex? Like when you were a teenager? That's crazy.
I think they really, like, when they're throwing the party for her after she gets back from the fucking sewer. I thought they didn't like hint at it directly, but like you could definitely take like when the ex is like talking and they frame him, the mom, and the son together. I'm like, oh my god, the kid's not Tim Robinson's. Yeah,
I just like that. I thought that the Iraq dude was going to be the ex-boyfriend.
Connor O'Malley.
But it was literally just like, oh, it's just this fucking random guy over here.
I love when he gets up to make his own speech.
Yeah.
He's like, oh boy, I'm nervous being up here.
Oh my.
If anybody wants to talk, you have to stand on the chair.
Afghanistan.
You have to stand on the chair.
He is in such small amount of screen time. He's like absolutely stole so many scenes.
This movie
I thought Kate Mara. I mean, this is we just watched Fan Four Stick too. I thought Kate Mara was pretty good in this. I mean, like she's kind of like I don't want this to sound mean, but she's like a wood plank in like a good way in this movie. Like it works perfectly. You get what I'm saying?
Sorry, she play the
she's the wife.
Yeah, no, she played what in Fan Four Stick? She played the Invisible Woman. Right?
She's
Invisible Woman, yeah.
It's crazy to look at. Like she's still hot. Like 20.
She looks exactly the same.
10 years later.
I
almost wanted to say 20. Oh my god.
She's the daughter of the owner of the Giants.
Oh yeah. Nepo baby. Good for her.
But yeah, she's very wooden in a good way. The deadpan's like perfect.
It's a good foil to the rest of the seriousness of the movie. I felt like scenes with her between her and Tim Robinson were like written for a different movie in the best way.
Yeah. And also that the one thing about it, like that, I was kind of like, if you really like want to nitpick, that's like kind of weird. Is like trying to imagine any world where like they actually would like end up together and be married that long in the first place. It's almost like
it's like Adam Sandler casting super hot chicks in every movie.
How did he get to that point where like now he's able to like fuck up his life like this? You know what I mean?
That's what I thought at the end. Like, how do you even like? She got cancer, okay, but like you'd have to like know he was kind of a goof beforehand, and like the son was like that is his son, right?
Yeah.
That was another thing too. I almost thought he comes off as like a stepdad. Like I remember thinking that throughout the movie. Like he kind of like his son. Do not fuck with him. But
I mean, maybe
that actually makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. They don't really say. I mean, they act like it's his son, so I'm going to say it is. But like, I guess if you read between the lines, like Christian said, the one scene they do kind of like. It's not overt, but like they do kind of like give that signaling that like maybe the other guys did that.
To me, that signaled more of like an infidelity
Yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of thing,
yeah.
than like that he's the dad who stepped up.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I'm trying to just break down the more memorable stuff. Paul Rudd's character, like the way the relationship develops, was amazing.
Yeah,
To
because
me.
they do. I feel like they used his. Me going in expecting that like buddy movie that like Paul Rudd's so known for almost worked in the favor of the movie because when that scene happens where like Tim Robinson has that moment where he's like eating the soap or whatever, and everybody is just looking at him like he's a
I'm
fucking
bad.
freak.
I've been bad.
It hits
That
so
was the
much
hardest
harder
thing to
because
watch.
up to that point, you really are like, oh, this is like Step Brothers, like Paul Rudd and him are like an odd couple, like they're going to be best friends forever, type thing.
Yeah.
And no, it's not that at all. Tim Robinson is, fucking crazy.
When he fucking punches him, I
Oh my
lost
god,
it.
yeah. The thing is, like, was he wrong for that? I stand with him on that. I stand
That's
with
wild.
him.
That's crazy.
I stand with the eating the soap. That's where he loses me. But thus punching. I mean, they asked for it. They literally asked for it. They said punch him.
That's true.
Is that one of the ones you were watching through your fucking fingers?
Yeah,
Understandable.
the soap was probably the biggest point where I was like, oh my
I'm
god.
a bad boy.
I'm a bad.
It's almost like
boy.
it's obviously played up a lot, but like everybody has had like a moment where like they felt that way. So like it's very visceral feeling watching somebody go through that. It's
hard.
very
It's tough.
brutal. Yeah. It's one of the most like visceral experiences I've had in the theater.
I'm gonna have to agree.
Now I'm thinking about all the jokes that never landed.
Like what?
Yeah, like
With you
but
guys.
you don't double down though. Like you
Yeah.
just let it hang in the air.
And also with us, it's different sometimes. Sometimes it's
This would be like going to a party where you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more like that. Yeah, it's different when it's like your friends, like it's when it's like people you are
Don't
wanting to be like
The
be friends
first
with
time
and
you
don't
met a
know,
group of
it's
people
like,
that you
yeah.
don't know.
Oh my god, the soap, dude.
I'm a bad boy. You want me to say it? Fine. I'll say it.
Let's go around the Discord here, and would you be friends with Tim Robinson if you were there that night after that?
I would talk to you guys about it. I would think he's a fucking freak, but I think I would still hang out with him because I want more of that. Like, I have a coworker who is interesting, but in a good way, where he has his passions and he enjoys talking about them, but he always just says something goofy every day that I talk to my other coworker about, and I'm like, haha, he's kind of goofy, Like, it's kind of bullying, but it's not, because he does it to himself, in a way.
That's what you want to tell yourself, Jim.
No. That's what I will tell myself, and it's okay. I recycle. I'm a good person. I
It's the
don't even know.
benchmark.
I would continue to hang out with him, but in very small doses, and more of like them nature documentary people. Like, they're just out there in the bushes with a camera. Like, I'm just there to observe, see what happens.
I'd be friends with Tim Robinson's character.
I would too. I would actually go up there and I would eat the soap with him.
No, I think the soap. I would just be like, "Hey, man,
We all
never
have
do that
days.
again."
We gotta stop. Stop this immediately.
Why did he get fired again? Did he get mad at
He
that,
fucking
the
threatened
mayor?
to fight the
The
mayor
mayor.
because he's a
Because
pig.
the mayor. Because the name of Paul Rudd's band was like "fuck mayor" whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Wow.
And having watched the second half of the movie, I would not be friends with Tim Robinson. But if
Oh no, yeah. I just mean up to the soup. Once you get into that stuff, it's like
Once he starts holding you hostage, then it's time to really think about
call
it.
the police.
Well,
love
I mean,
it.
he's got it. Well, I mean, he's got a gun pointed at you. Are you really gonna go?
yeah,
and call
taking the
police?
gun also like spiked my anxiety a little bit.
Especially when the wife, you hear the wife, and she's like, "Honey," and the funniest bit was that he was in a meeting. He had to be in a meeting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, Craig is
That was
gone,
the
I
only
guess.
thing that made the scene funny.
Yeah,
Because otherwise, it's really fucking disturbing. It's
Yeah.
very. That was that whole scene was reminded me so much of 1 Hour Photo, and it made me so uncomfortable.
Oh, we
Like,
haven't talked about that.
Anything about like a home invasion or anything like while somebody's home, it freaks me out. But yeah, 1 Hour Photo, for even though this is funny, this reminded me of that in that like it's one of those movies I really really loved or I really really liked, but I'll never watch it again because of how uncomfortable I was.
I said the same thing to somebody because they were trying to ask me what kind of movie is this, and I was like, 1 Hour Photo, but funny. Like I don't know how,
Yeah, I think that's a good description.
which means like nothing until you see the movie. You're like, that's an interesting way to describe that.
Yeah,
You just had like I don't know, man.
because you're watching like basically a guy who, because you're seeing it from the audience's perspective, it's a relatively normal everyday guy with quirks like strangeness devolve into like
Actual
total freak of nature psycho, like crazy person. So
like
and it's
you're
really
not sure how malicious he is.
yeah, and it slowly gets worse and worse. So like it's not just uncomfortable, it's like this kind of I don't even know if tragedy is the right word. It's more of like you're like a car crash where you're just like, oh god, I can't look away, but I can't look. And it just slowly unfolds before your eyes.
This movie succeeded to ruin my life, much like The Brutalist, but in through very different means. And maybe we'll watch that one day.
isn't that like a 3-hour movie?
Yeah, Jimmy's never watching that.
Listen,
No, probably.
We watched There Will Be Blood, and that had some time on it. And Oppenheimer, that had some time on it. I'm open to
It's
the
like
premise.
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Brutalist is a behemoth
That's a good way to
because
put
they're like 3 hours. I think that's like 3.5 hours, and it feels like 3.5 hours. Like Oppenheimer is the shortest 3-hour movie I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, it feels so
It
quick.
was nice.
I think it's because it feels like two different movies almost. Like it goes from like one movie to like a different, like like it focuses more on like the court stuff and like the second half.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah, that's probably true. But the Brutalist is like, yeah. I mean, I love that movie, but it definitely feels like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Enough about other movies. What do we give the rating for this movie?
I am pretty set on my rating. I'm giving it 4 stars.
Okay.
I very much like it. You know, I mean, I think it is what it is. It does what it does, and it's great. I would just leave it at that. I mean, it is totally unique to what it is.
I was gonna give it a 3.5. I found it enjoyable. I found it fun, whimsical, even. I don't know. Like it's not a bad movie, but it is something that I think I would watch once, and I don't feel the need to see it multiple times. I will say it is memorable. Like I probably will be quoting some of these for a while. I know I literally just said the opposite of what I just said, but I had fun regardless. And my ticket was paid for me, so I had to Venmo you. I just remembered that. So yeah, 3.5 stars.
Christian slowly
It's my turn.
pulling up his letterbox.
No, actually, I don't think I put this on Letterboxd yet. Normally, I wait for the podcast to actually put them out. I am going to give this 4.5, and I will defend that, I guess, or not defend, but explain my reasoning, I suppose. Because it's unique, and because I've never seen a comedy quite like this, that like I don't know what the right inventiveness or creativeness with how are we going to keep them guessing and how are we going to keep using misdirection like is what really elevated it for me. I agree with both of you that this is not going to be something I ever want to watch again, but that almost seems like it's the whole point,
Yeah, I agree.
and it really succeeded in that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my there's Christian's
when-
2 cents, but
When I say I'll never watch it again, that's not a negative. If anything, that's like a testament to
Sling
the
Blade.
movie. But just to play devil's advocate, I will say, like, if there's anything I'm questioning about the movie, it's that, like, I do think once you get past a lot of the shock value, I'm not sure how much is there. But that's kind of also the fun of the movie is all the shocking stuff in it. So it's like, I don't know. I can't really begrudge it for that. I mean, like I said, I think it's a great movie.
It is. But I don't know. I'm a big fan of when comedies actually land and don't just like. There's nothing wrong with poop and fart jokes, but like that movie exists 100
Yeah.
times over. Like the cheap laugh movie exists 100 times over, and this is something that's, I dare say, fresh. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah. I was gonna say fresh too, like a fresh comedy, and we don't get that many comedies now to begin with. So like, to get this something this weird is like crazy
I
in a
was a
good
big
way.
yeah, I was a big fan of this one. I might want to rewatch it once, I think. But that will be a very, very long time from now. And I'll probably the case will probably be watching it with someone who's never seen it before, because that might it might be just as fun to watch someone watch this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, 4.5, and I'm pretty happy with that rating.
Good. Time to plug the various things. If you guys want to see other reviews that they've written down, or other reviews of movies that we haven't done podcasts on, make sure to check out our letterboxes. Link in the description below. Check the socials, check the link tree for all of that. Shout out your guys' specific usernames though, so the people can find you.
I am at Rob Brett, ROBBRETT, on Letterboxd.
And I am at Skip_Sparky on Letterboxd.
Beautiful, beautiful. And if you want to listen to more movie podcasts like this, check out any of the other videos on the channel or the Spotify. Or maybe you like pro wrestling, huh? We have a podcast for that too. Or if you just want to hear us yap about random topics, there's a podcast for that too. So we got your entertainment for, we got like 20 hours, 20 and a half hours of stuff to jam your ears to.
And to maybe keep you guys a little excited for the next one, in the next podcast, one of us will die.
Yes, yes. Spoiler alert, it's me. That sounded funny
Wow.
in my head. Don't
You're a bad-
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Boy, get the scope, Jimmy.
I will never kill
I've
myself.
been a bad boy.
And a bad boy.
Oh. So apparently remember the Jack the Bear that we said we were gonna do? Apparently it
Yeah.
doesn't exist or something. What was the word on that?
I'll look see if I can find a link. Usually you can find it somewhere.
Okay.
If not, we'll just have to do
what
a wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the other movie?
See, that would require somebody to listen to the podcast.
You haven't posted it, so.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I guess we could talk about it now. I guess I was gonna save it for when Fantastic Four, the new
Oh,
movie
no,
came
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
it comes
fine.
out what
I'm just
in like
saying
20 days.
we can't do it until we can't listen to it until then.
Yeah, I feel like I wrote it down somewhere. It
It was
Jack the
my
Bear.
movie, I think, too, and I don't remember what it was.
Jack the Bear. I feel like if we just scroll back in the group chat here, this is like
Is
our
it still in the wheel?
Don't give the audience the impression that we talk to each other.
We say more about playing Helldivers than actually talking about movies.
Don't give the audience an idea of what I'm like outside the podcast.
That's true.
I am the mysterious one, as we know.
You should hear this guy.
That's the point.
Um,
It's all just logistics. Us,
dude, this is crazy. I feel like I swear to God I wrote it down. Wait, maybe there's a note.
tune in next week when we watch Kangaroo Jack.
I feel like it was Kangaroo Jack.
It might have been Kangaroo Jack, actually.
Wait. It was, I think.
Wait, here, hold on. Well, I can
Dude,
go
I'm
back.
hype if that really is the movie.
I'm gonna
hype.
look at it. I'm gonna listen to it live right now.
Well, the only way to know is to hit that notification button.
Hit that bingus. Hit that bongus. Follow
Smash
all
that
of our-
bell.
all of our jongus. I will not stop this podcast until I figure out what movie we're doing. So
Yeah, no one's listening anymore. It's okay.
good. Where is
I'm
it?
listening.
Good. I'm muting, and I'm watching the wheel. Okay, so we got Jack the Bear. Okay. These fuckers won't stop.
Maybe
talking.
while you do that, I can talk about what I saw.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. What have you seen?
Save,
Okay.
save our mutual for last.
Okay, I will. So since our last pod, I've watched a few very good movies. One, I rewatched Past Lives. Very, very fucking. Oh my god, my heart, man! What a great movie. If you have not seen that movie, definitely watch it. It's worth it. It's a great movie. It came out in 2023, which was a very stacked year, and I think it kind of got forgotten because of that. And even I, at the time, I don't know if I really appreciated it as much as I do now. Now, having watched it a little removed, such a great movie. The other thing I saw Blowout, directed by Brian De Palma, starring John Travolta. Takes place in Philadelphia. Very cool. John Lithgow plays like a serial killer in it, or like some kind of like crazy guy, basically. Also, very great movie. One of those movies that's fun to go in like knowing nothing type thing. It's kind of just a fun thing to unravel in the moment. So definitely recommend that. I did watch the new movie Mountainhead, the HBO movie. That's directed by the guy who created Succession. Steve Carell, Rami Youssef, Jason Schwartzman, and then the guy who plays Chevy Chase in the Saturday Night Live movie. That movie was pretty. It was. I wouldn't say it's like great movie, but it was like an entertaining movie to watch just on like a random weekend. So I do recommend that. I think it's fun and it has some wild turns. I don't know if it's like if you're really gonna like compare it to like Succession, that's pretty high bar. So no, I don't think it really reaches that, but I had a good time with it. Yeah. So I mean, I got other stuff, but if interrupt me whenever you're done, Jim.
Oh, it was Mission Impossible.
Oh, so we missed the timeline because that movie came out already.
Well, I thought
I was
it was
trying
just-
to.
Oh, you wanted to see the new movie?
No,
I thought
I
it
was
was
trying
just
to
any of them.
game. I was trying to game the algorithm and time it, so like we did
Ah.
ours like for that. But it's okay. We can still do it. It's still a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm good.
Uh, I haven't really, honest to God, I haven't been watching a lot of movies. So we saw that movie, and then I tuned in to some more of the Batman before it got kicked off of Netflix. I really enjoyed that one. But other than that, yeah, nothing. I
When
watched
you say the
AEW
Batman, which one are you talking about?
2006. It's the one where everything is really sharp, like
What?
all like
Batman
the
Return.
The cartoon?
yeah, the cartoon. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Holy shit! I can't, this whole time I thought you were talking about Robert Pattinson.
No, the Batman in
That
2006.
is a great cartoon. That's like one of my
It's very
favorite.
good.
Yeah, I love
on
the
Batman.
universe, and I love the like his design. It's just very
Yeah.
that, and the Teen Titans Robin is that Robin.
Well, allegedly,
Mm, I mean,
I'll take
you
that.
know,
it's not explicit.
yeah, but I mean, name another Batman that can like hit. Remember in Teen Titans, there's like the concrete like dude, and Batman and Robin can like fucking beat him up. Like he's made of concrete. What kind of human? What kind of regular human? Except for like the random dudes of Batman 2006. You know.
Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. It's a good song.
Is that the first? Is that the first like season, first two seasons, or is that the other one after
Maybe.
that?
I don't know.
I
Did they
like.
change it at some point?
Yeah, they did. I liked the first one because it was
Oh,
more spooky, and then they went and
yeah.
I guess maybe they were like, oh, this is kind of like too spooky, and so they started like they just had like a generic like cartoon like guitar solo for the intro.
Oh man, it was. I only watched it like the first two seasons when it was on.
Yeah.
So I never really got to like when Robin joins in.
I didn't
Or
get
any
there
of that.
yet. I got basically to Batgirl, and then
Yeah.
because we're in June now, so it got kicked off, and I'll never see it again until they re-add it or it pops back up on one of the various other sites or streaming platforms or whatever. Yeah, so I'm good with that. Christian, what have you seen, saw, thunk?
I am going to hold off on almost all of them because that way I'll have something for next time as well. But Robbie and I both watched a movie called Lady Snowblood.
Without me?
Lots of fun. Lots of
If
fun
you
that movie was.
it's a lot of fun. It's goofy in the best possible way. Goofy like a 70s action movie should be. But just goofy enough where it doesn't lose you at any point. I would say. I don't know if Rob, if you feel
I
different.
agree. No, I agree. I think
Um,
it's like it's more badass than it is goofy, but it's just goofy enough to like almost make it kind of fun, you know? Because it is
Yeah.
really like on paper, the whole thing is like pretty dark, and like it's like she's like a demon or some shit, like she's a cursed or I don't know, whatever. Um, but like it's so much fun. They can't help but like make it just so much fun, and like blood just fucking spurts everywhere on every fucking kill. It's awesome.
Like in
Very
Abigail.
you can tell it's watching Kill Bill and then watching that movie. It's like so apparent how much Tarantino kind of
oh, absolutely.
took from it. It's so if you like Kill Bill, you would definitely like that movie. And just try not to think too hard about when certain types of clocks were invented or what
I'm so sorry.
year it takes place in.
That's my fault for pointing it out.
Just turn your brain off and watch the death and destruction.
Yeah,
that movie was cool.
that movie was so much fun. I don't know. It was such a good time. But yeah,
Good
that
poster too.
I'm gonna hold off on the rest of mine for now.
All right. Well,
But yeah,
sounds like we are signing off here, ladies and gents. Any final thoughts? Hit him now.
I used to be a
Um,
real jerk.
I've been bad.
I can't think of anything funny.
Good. That's it.
That's the show.